Yes, indeed, folks, you're tuned into WoW Radio, WC Radio, StarCraft Radio, whatever you would like to call it today. This is TotalBiscuit with the Blue Please Show. Yeah. Okay, a few shout-outs before we go on. Unreal's been listening, and it's apparently 1:41 over there. That's an hour ahead of our time, and about 5 hours ahead of your moon time. Crazy Americans. Anyway, apparently, he's got exams. So good luck with those. Good luck with anyone who happens to be having any exams. And you can, of course, listen to the rest of the show on the archive, which will take about half an hour to upload after the show. So if you do miss any of it, you can tune in right then and listen back to Blue Please whenever you like. If you want to hear my pleasing baritone. Whatever you want to call it. Right, okay. Big issue of contention quite recently has been the issue of high-level content. More people have been hitting high level. Therefore... well, maximum level, pretty much. So it's been a case of, well, yeah, what do I do now? I've hit level 60. Well, the thing about hitting level 60 is, well, the point is the content there is serious kind of raid content. You're talking about instances, really. Obviously, Molten Core, Anoxia, that kind of thing. But the thing about level 60... that I believe, and what some people are missing, probably because obviously they're quite selfish in the way they look at things. Level 60 is an opportunity to do whatever the hell you like. The grind is over. You're done. You don't have to grind anymore. So basically, you have an opportunity to better yourself and better other people. For instance, our guild, the Halibuts, who are fantastic, I might add, over on the Daggerspine Europe. Our level 60s often will actually go out and help other people. Say, or they'll do something silly. They'll go and pull all of, say, the dead mines, for instance. They'll pull the entire dead mines and then hellfire it to death. Just for the sake of it. Good grinding as well, lots of wool cloth in there, but the fact is, you've got the freedom to do whatever you like. And obviously, PvP comes into its own. You're level 60, you're the level of everyone else. You can't blame losing in PvP on losing to someone higher level than you anymore. You got a chance to pick the build you really want to use, because XP really doesn't matter, and then go for it. Full tilt, be the best damn Fire Mage, Holy Paladin, Shadow Priest, whatever you want to be. Just go and do it. PvP is right there for you, there's plenty of it around. Battleground's going to add something different. They're going to add something new. They're going to add a very strategic look on PvP, rather than what is effectively a Zergfest out there. It's a big mess a lot of the time. They are going to add something. It'll be there for you. But the thing about high-level content is, while there is some, and more will come, it is logical that Blizzard would actually concentrate on the low-level stuff and later add high-level content, because I don't know if they really expected people to level up as fast as they did. People hit this game really hard. They get really addicted to it and thrash their way through the levels. See, I'm still level 45. I've been playing since Europe launch, and I'm still level 45. I've got a few ults, but I haven't spent much time on them. I'm still level 45. The fact is, I'm having fun, and I'm not grinding and hitting the really, really hard. If I wanted to be, the time I spent on the game, I could so easily be level 60. But I've just spent time running around, selling things in the auction house, doing silly things, putting on a fireworks display in Okuma. You know, why not? Do something like that. It's the way to go. But people seem not to realise this. They seem... well, Blizzard's got to sort of force-feed me my fun. No. The thing about a role-playing game is that the idea is you make some of your own fun. Warcraft is what you make of it. World of Warcraft has always been what you make of it. You could go into the game, and you could look at it this way. Well, World of Warcraft is an extremely boring grind-a-thon in which we run from point to point, pointing up pointless quests that have nothing to do with the storyline, handing them in, getting more quests, grinding XP until we get to level 60, and then there's nothing to do. Or you can look at it, this is a fantastic world. It's been created with extreme love and care. It is one of the best looking and most unique looking MMO worlds in the fecking universe. On any of the internet. Not just one, any of the internet. It's fantastic. And there's so much for me to do. There's 4,000 quests. I can go and do what I like. If I want to grind, I can grind. If I want to quest with my friends, I can quest with my friends. If I want to dungeon crawl, I can dungeon crawl. If I want to PvP, I can do that as well. It's all there. If I want to be an auction house whore like TotalBiscuit, I could do that as well. I could sit for hours in the auction house buying flawless Arcanite schematics for 7 gold each. Whatever. If I want to be the best engineer in the game, I can try and do just that. I could be a business tycoon in a World of Warcraft universe. It lets me do it. And it becomes the case of people are expecting a little too much of Blizzard. They're expecting Blizzard possibly to force feed them this content. Now, I agree. Some more content would be very useful. Let's have it. But the thing is, it's coming. We've got the Deathwind Lair, all that kind of things. We've got new instances coming through. The Dark Portal is going to be... I am so psyched about the Dark Portal. Wow, I almost sounded American there. I am so psyched about the Dark Portal. Yeah, the Dark Portal. What could be beyond that fantastic portal? All these places which aren't quite open yet. But they will be. It's an evolving world. And hopefully, we'll be seeing a lot more content where that came from. Which kind of brings me on the issue of an expansion. All those in the chat room, I have a mission for you. You've been listening and doing nothing for far too long. I want you to fire this at me, okay? Just put the word expansion in capital... Well, don't put capital letters because it'll kick you out of the channel. But... yes, it's Blackwing. Sorry about that. I never was any good at these high-level stuff. Anyway, yeah, the Blackwing lair. But anyway, back to the point at hand. I want to know what you would like in an expansion. I can tell you what I would like in an expansion, but I need more. I need more information. So, type in the channel, put the word expansion, yeah? And then tell me what you want to hear. I mean, there's not... let's see. I mean, what's the possibilities for an expansion? More areas. Yeah, that's a given. I think, obviously, more areas. Any, you know, more areas. Easy. No problem. We can have those. More mobs. Yeah, no problem. That can be done too. More dungeons. That's getting added anyway. We can have more of those. More dungeons. That's great. More levels. Now, that's where the bone of contention comes into play. I'm going to ask all your level 60s right now. Do you find grinding fun? And do you find the fact that you seem to have a goal to shoot for when you log in, as in get to the next level or get so much XP, to be a kind of driving force behind your game? Yeah? Do you find that to be a driving force? Personally, I don't. Yeah. There's something good about getting XP. There's something that you get a sense of achievement. But that's not the driving force behind my game. That's kind of the driving force behind Korean MMOs and stuff like that. The idea is to level as hard as fast as you can. The higher level you are, the better you are. You're a better person. You know, your family will love you. Your estranged dog will come back to you. You'll be a fantastic, brilliant person that everyone will respect. WoW, not the case. There's how many level 60s? So many. You can't respect one level 60 over another. It's a case of you respect people now based on honour, and you respect them on how good they are, how nice, you know, how nice a person they are, how amusing they are, how helpful they are, how good they are as, you know, how just well known they are in general. Yeah. It's not level based, and it hasn't been for quite some time. It was for a little while. When we started getting our first level 60s, yeah, it was good fun. But it's come to the stage where it's not level incentive based anymore because there's so many level 60s. And let's see, War Phoenix makes a really good point here, that XP is the carrot in front of our faces. So what's the stick? I suppose the stick is being ganked repeatedly by people higher level than you. That's the stick. And the carrot is obviously XP. Get to level 60. Yeah, I can see that. I definitely can see it. But it shouldn't be the way forward. I personally would not like to see an expansion that expanded the amount of levels you got, because no, it doesn't. It's not good enough. Can we please move away from this idea of levels are MMOs? Yeah, character progression, great, but can we have character progression that isn't level based? Is it possible? It is. It is possible. I'll tell you what I'd love to see. An expansion, yeah. I'd like to see, obviously, more mobs, more areas. And obviously the hero classes. But I like the hero classes to be set up in such a way that it's specifically not level 35, sorry, level 65 or level 70. Hero class should not simply be more levels. Hero class should be a specialization or a specific way to take your class to the next kind of level of being. It shouldn't be a case of, well, a hero class is going to automatically pwn anything in PvP. Doesn't matter what, it's going to pwn everything because it's higher level. A hero class will beat a non-hero class. What I would love to see with hero classes, it's a bit of a pipe dream, to be honest with you. But what I'd like to see with hero classes is a way to specialize your character without using these just a simple system where you level up again. Yeah? Now, Warped Shadow mentions AA points in EQ. I never played EQ. Will someone please tell me what AA points are? It might be similar to what I'm thinking of as far as my idea of a good hero class would be. Once you hit level 60, yeah? Say you do a series of quests or whatever, or reputation based, to get to this kind of level of being a hero class or whatever. Maybe you could have levels in hero classes, but they don't increase stats. They give you more character specialization. Talents, yeah, but really, the thing about talents is there's not that many effective builds. Say for mage, there's really kind of three ways you can go. You can go arcane, you can go fire, you can go ice. There. Three ways of playing. That's cool. But there's no real good hybrid mix, because obviously all the better abilities are higher down the tree. That's not even a word. Higher up the tree, higher down the tree, lower down the tree. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. My mind is unraveling. Anyway, I would like a system where I could take my mage and do something with my mage. My mage becomes an illusionist. I gain a variety of abilities. There should be. I want hero talents, basically. I want a massive, great pool of mix and match talents. So I've got a massive selection of different things I can do with my mage. Now, when I become a hero, I don't become a specific kind of hero. I'm just a hero, yeah? I am a heroic mage. I'm not an illusionist. I am not a necromancer. I am not a pyromancer or whatever. I am a generic hero. Now, as I pick my heroic talents, and there should be some way of doing this, of earning these hero points. I can't honestly think how, but something that doesn't involve grinding, preferably. I mould my character, and the class of my character, my hero class, can change. So, say as a mage, there might be 12 different hero classes I can evolve into, and I create that hero class by picking certain talents. So if I've picked 5 illusion-based talents, hero talents, compared to, say, 2 uber fire-based talents, I become a level 60 heroic illusionist, or whatever. And that gives me a specific buff. In the same way that when you've got an item set, in the same way that when you have an item set, you actually get buffs that way. The more of the item set you've got, the more buffs you get. Obviously, you've got the complete set, you get a massive buff. So you get the same idea as a talent, but you get specific buffs in relation to what hero talents you've actually picked. So I become a heroic illusionist, and I gain the ability to do certain illusion-based spells. I can create hybrids out of thin, I can create these kind of strange illusions. I can misdirect people's attacks, things like that. Yes. That's the kind of thing that I want. And then I want to be called, obviously I want to be called TotalBiscuit, the level 60 heroic illusionist. And my character's appearance could change, for instance. I'd gain this kind of strange aura. Take, for example, Knights of the Old Republic. Good Star Wars game. If you haven't played it, I would strongly suggest you go and do so. The more dark side you go, you get your face changes. It sort of molds into an evil look. The general look of your character, the stance of your character changes. The same way if you go light, the stance of your character changes. You get this kind of glowy sort of aura. Now, if you kind of got visual effects, depending on what hero class you got, that will be pretty nifty. And those visual effects, in the same way that a glowy on a weapon gives a specific effect, these would give specific effects. So you have a choice, and you can make any number of different combinations and make your own hero. Something like that. That's my idea on hero classes. There's been a load of interesting hero classes fired here. Now, someone's informed me that AA points are like talents, but they're more effective. So, would it work? Could a hero class work in the way that you can put a talent on top of a talent? You can buff a specific talent to all new levels. Balance issues, maybe, but could be fun. As long as they don't go overboard. That could be a way. That's sort of the way. So, hero talents, really. Someone also mentioned Fable. Gene mentioned Fable. I believe Fable, you can do the same thing. You can change your alignment, that changes the look of your character. Gives you specific abilities. Yeah, I would like to see that. And obviously, with an expansion, I just want to see more content, really. Just throw everything you've got at us, Blizz, really. More enchants, more items, more professions. Give us something new to learn, and people will be all over it. They will love you for it. Obviously, we were discussing last week about what we were going to do with bows and what kind of profession we could put those in. And someone came to me during the week and said, well, you get a wood crafting profession, and it allows you to build staves and various things. Not a bad idea. But I'll tell you what I'd really like to see in an expansion. And that is build your own weapon. A expanded crafted system where you don't get a certain number of materials and build an item. That's a little bit sort of artificial. It's good, but it's artificial. I would like to see a little more like Diablo. If you play Diablo, you know that you can customize it by using different gems and such in your weapon. Now, what if professions were able to build parts, specific different types of parts with enchantments on, you know, parts with different effects, that could be then used by top level professions to create uber weapons, customized to their choice, chop and change. If they want to generate a specific effect out of a weapon, they could do so, and would have a whole massive great grab bag of different parts. It's like a box of Lego. Your new weapon is going to be like a box of Lego. You can craft it by using various parts created by all the crafters. Create this whole new market for weapon parts. So I pick things out of the Lego box, and I've got a spiky bit, I've got a big flat bit, and I've got a long thin bit. I'll stick those together and I create an item. I go in the Lego box again. I'll get 3 different parts. I can put those together. I've created a completely different item using these parts, and that would be nice. That would be the kind of thing I would like to see in expansion. Yeah, Warp Shadow says sword hand goes +2 stamina. That kind of thing. That is exactly what I'd like to see. It really is. That is so much what I'd love to see. The crafting system would evolve so much if they did that. And to be honest, screw new terrain, screw new mobs. I want to see that in the new expansion. You are listening to Blue Please. This is Warcraft Radio. I managed to blabber on for quite some time. New features coming up. We have an hour left of the show. We have Rap in the Forums. We have the sounds of Imbecile of the Week. And of course, Nubcake News. This is WoW Radio. You are listening to Blue Please with myself, TotalBiscuit. I'm going to send this out to all the mages out there. That's all the guys in dresses. Aerosmith, dude looks like a lady. Stay tuned, folks. Enjoy.